friends, welcome back. I'm up in my attic space again. We are slowly doing like a deep dive of cleaning in our house, so we're opening up spaces again that we're able to use. In this video, I'm going to talk about more technical design that I actually do for my day job. And I've been doing it almost 10 years now, which is kind of wild to think about. I'm employed as a technical print layout artist. Different companies have different names. It's all the same thing. It's just a designer that takes a design and lays it out in a template so it can print on a product. I like to think of it as functional design because you are designing art that wraps on a functional product. I feel like these skills that I have developed over the years for technical layout for physical product print actually transfer really well to UX design, because at its base, I need to understand a product to put a design on that product. But for this video, I'm just going to go over how I understand a template and how I would lay out the artwork in that template for the product to look really baller. So everything that I talk about is stuff that I have learned in my professional career working for a company that produces merchandise for like orders of like in the thousands, and then it's mass produced in factories and then it goes to store shelves for people like you to buy. All of these skills actually can transfer to someone who's just DIYing, be it if like you're getting paper and like printing out a template and then water applying it to a mug, or if you're doing like a Cricut mug press. All these skills kind of interchange and it's basically the same thing. And if that didn't tip you off, or the decor right here didn't tip you off, I am talking about mugs. So one thing to keep in mind for any company that makes consumer products, they're always changing their catalog and refreshing product shapes because they want to offer like newness to their customers and keep up with trends, because the same product kind of changes through the years depending on like what's trending in fashion. Mugs. What is a mug? Probably you have a mug. Probably you have 5 mugs. Probably you have mugs in different shapes. Mugs are mugs. You have mugs that are kind of like this and have a little curvy, kind of petite and cute. You have kind of fat, short mugs that have like weird handles. And then you have this generic shape mug that I feel everybody has. There's not much to say about it, but there is a lot to say about it. I'd say at one time we would do like 7 different shapes of mugs for a line, and they're all different. The templates are all different. And you really have to get used to the product if you're gonna put artwork on it. And even with something as simple as a mug, there is stuff to get used to. This pushing one's an all over throw pattern, and you would have to get used to this template to be able to put art in it because there is a curve. So you want to accommodate that with your artwork. And also this template goes under and through the handle. So you want to be careful of that with laying your artwork out. Actually, I do see a little arrow down here, a little pushing clipped off, which you want it to work because when this is applied to the product, you want it to look decent and not a mistake. And this one's a really good example of like what I mean getting used to the product, because there is only one graphic. There's not graphic here. And somebody, when they designed this, they had to think about the position of the handle and how somebody holds it. So like it wouldn't work for a left-hand person because your design isn't on this side. But say like this handle was on this side and you were holding it, you wouldn't have your graphic here. But you hold it, you have your graphic here. And the thought that goes into this is, well, how does a person use a mug? It's gonna sit there on their desk. Do I need to see the art? Or does everybody walking past need to see the art because a mug's a statement? You want the people walking past to see the phrase on the cup or the picture on the cup. There is functional thought put into it, and you need to understand the product to design into that. How am I holding this cup? Who should see the graphic? Should the person using it see the graphic? Do they need to? Because like, you know, they're picking up like this. Are they staring at their graphic while they're working, or are they working? Is everybody else seeing their cup? When you're putting art together for a product, you do need to understand what the product is actually intended for. I feel mugs kind of have evolved to the point of socks, where like everybody knows what a sock is for. Everybody knows what a mug is for. Mug is for putting liquid in. mug is also for putting pens in. It really is up to you, the consumer. But the point is they're for holding something, be it liquid, be it pen. Now that we understand the product, we want to understand the template because we want to apply the artwork to the mug in a way that it is the most appealing for a consumer to buy it. So definitely this one and this one, this is going to apply to. This one's a little bit more complicated as it has the curved base. That means the artwork is going to be in a curved template. It might not be such a drastic curve, but it will still be a curve and there will be distortion you have to keep in mind. But definitely these two, as they are the same cylindrical shape, just one's taller than the other, but they're going to be in a template like this shape, a rectangle, very long rectangle. The template for a mug is actually very simple to understand. The mug is a cylinder handle, and then this curves. Here's your bottom. Here's your inside. So you put a graphic here and a graphic here. Your template is actually going to be read as this. This is your center. You'll have a graphic like that. So the template works like this. This center area will be your opposite of your handle. So here's your handle. This will be opposite. So it will be, this will be about here. And then a lot of mugs do front and back graphic just because it's easier. Some mugs like this obviously have front only because they're being special, but you'll have your graphic here and here. You don't want it completely centered between here and this edge because of the way that the mug curves. The absolute center between here and here is actually off-centered. So you want to offset this graphic a little bit more towards this line to accommodate for the curve. And then when you apply it, you have your graphic. And this side you have a graphic. If you only wanted to do a front graphic like this, you have to pay attention to the edges. So like this will butt a handle, this will butt a handle. So if we wanted our graphic here, we would put a graphic here and we would not put a graphic here. I just want to point out what I'm demoing is if you're doing a full wrap design, which is like this, where like there's artwork around the mug, or like this, where there's artwork all the way around the mug. This is a fancy mug. This is an electroplated treatment. So they did the electroplating treatment and then actually the decal, I don't think you can see it, but the decals are die cut and then applied. You still lay spot out like this. Your vendor just handles all of that. And that's basically all you need to understand about putting the artwork into a mug. They're actually pretty simple products to work on. And now that I've explained it all and I've showed you on paper, I'm going to do a demo the way it would work, where a design mock-up is selected and it's going to be sold to a customer. So then I have to take the high resolution or the vector artwork and put it in a template and get it set up and ready to go to the printer. I'm going to use a fake die line. I'm not going to use anything from work because that is their property and I'm not taking it. But they're basically all the same shapes, so they're very easy to mock up. yeah, that was pretty cool. Little behind the scenes of what I do in my day job. So I hope you got something out of this. We understood the product, which is a mug. There are several different kinds of mugs available. Many more than this. I can promise you there are many more shapes than this that exist in Mugland. We understood the template so that we can understand how artwork goes into a mug. And then I showed you what I do 8 hours a day on how I put artwork into a template to print for this. That's basically it. Other than the skills of actually designing the look ahead of time, that's how you put artwork in a mug. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you liked it. I hope you got something out of it. I know that I'm trying to switch my career into product design for the digital space, but again, I feel like a lot of what I've learned over the years of doing this kind of work is actually helping me with transitioning my career to product design, because product design is very functional in the digital space, and it's designing something for people to use. And this entirely was me designing stuff for people to use in a physical capacity. But also, if you're just interested in laying out the artwork for print of a mug and you want to DIY some mugs yourself with like a Cricut or something, I hope that this helped you. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I really appreciate it. Leave a comment below and let me know what you think. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. That's really cool. If you want to see more videos about being a designer and like different design things, please subscribe. I like many different kinds of design and art, so my videos kind of are going to jump around in different spaces, which is okay. I feel like actually if you touch different mediums of design, you're a stronger designer overall. I'm going to clean up all these mugs and I'll see you next week. And I also going to clean up this little spill I made. Thank you!